Greetings, solder wire, and I'm always looking for this, and it finds its place in the weirdest spots on my bench. So today I'm going to be making a holder for this, for both the spools. I've got two sets of solder over here, thin. This is 0.5 millimeter and this is 0.3 of a millimeter. What I'm thinking of is something really simple, something like this. The drawing is not to scale, but hopefully you get the idea. A base with a stand and a dowel over here that I can put the rolls on. I'm having second thoughts, perhaps I'll add some sort of dispensing point over here, but we'll get to that as I go along. It's a really simple project to do. You'll take only maybe an hour or so, and it's a really handy thing to have. I strongly encourage you, if you've got some spare scrap material, wood or plastic or whatever that might be, build one yourself. It's a good thing to have. And I've got some offcuts of wood like this, strip wood. This is 12 by 32 millimeter. It's pine, it's light and easy to work with. I want the base to be slightly longer on the front, so when I pull on the solder it doesn't tip over to the front. And thinking about the roll of solder is about 5 centimeters across, maybe another 5 to the front. That should do it. So I think 10 centimeters. So I'll mark off two 10 centimeter parts. Okay, so that's the two 10 centimeter ones. Then I need to make it tall. This needs to be as low to the ground as possible, again to minimize the tipping. The rolls of solder that I have are 55 millimeters across. So what I want, that means that I need this 27.5 mil off of here, make it 30. So 30 millimeters above would be the center of the axis over here. Add another 20 just to give me some working space over here and to put the dowel through in the middle. So let's make it 50 millimeters. And then how wide is it going to be? Two of those side by side, just a tad under 90, so I want the gap to be 90 millimeters, but the support will be running from here upwards, so I need to account for thickness of this minus the thickness of this. So as I said before, this is 32, this is 12, so I've got 20 millimeters left to play here. On both sides that's 40 millimeters. And I wanted 90, so I need another 50 millimeter piece to go in the middle. And that should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces of wood that I just need to cut out like this. The base, two sides, and a piece connecting it in the middle. And the solder spools should fit right inside. Like this. So I just need to drill 2 holes in the upright pieces for the dowel, and we agreed that this is going to be, that this diameter was 27.5, so to give some space I wanted to do it 30 millimeters from the ground. That will be the center. So let's mark 2 30 millimeter lines. And we know this is 32, so we can do 16, which is a half of it. Now I've got spot marks where to drill. I've also cut a piece of dowel to go in the middle for the solder to spin on, and I'm just being a little bit extra over here. That's absolutely unnecessary, but I'm going to round off these corners. And there are all the parts that I need, all drilled. I've drilled the holes here, I've rounded off the top so it's a little bit nicer. I've also gone and rounded this top of the front of the feet, so give it slightly better look. We've got the dowel, the centerpiece, so just have to glue it together. 2 screws, put them in here, and then that should screw into the hole in the dowel. I want this support and the stand to be as far back as possible, but without the spool sticking out from the back. So eyeballing it right about here. So let's just mark this here and here. Transfer this to the other side. Pick a nicer side and stick it together. Just so it's held together temporarily, put a few rubber bands on. And have a coffee. While I was having my coffee, I thought I'll make the dispenser thing, and I cut on another strip of just wood. I'm going to glue it on like here, and I've got 5mm holes which will accept those syringe needles, and those are blunt. This is the type that you use for refilling ink cartridges and stuff, commonly available on eBay. I've just got a bunch of them because I'm using them for dosing stuff to aquarium and lots of other things. They're just handy to have if you want to precisely apply something, but the hole is tight purposely because it will be just a press fit. I'm not going to glue this at all. There we go, like so, and the idea is the solder will be coming out of this end. And I've ground 2 angled flat spots like this on the side, on both sides, so this can be mounted like this, because I thought and I'd prefer for the solder to come out like this. So just some glue and put it in place somewhere. Now, because this last minute I decided to make this at an angle, it becomes really difficult to actually clamp it down. One solution is to hold it for a while the glue sets. Not happy with that, and I'm not holding this for 15-20 minutes. Another way to do it is create support. So put something like this in here, and that should support it. I'll just cut it at the same angle, just glue this, and then when it's at this angle there is a support at the pressure point, so it will not tip over, and it will be a lot stronger holding it like this. And those are flat surfaces, so they're quite easy to clamp. And while the other piece is curing, the glue's drying out, I'll glue this on top and give it enough time to settle before I get to it next. Yeah, that's straight. So this I need to clamp down with something. Yeah, more rubber bands. This piece is not fully cured, but I think it's strong enough to do the cutting, so I need to get it from this to this. And now, as you can see, if I put it against a flat surface, the pressure point is above a contact area, so it will not tip over backwards, it will just get pressed down. And bigger surface area over here also means it will hold on to the base of the holder stronger. See? Now it can be clamped easily. Let the glue cure properly, and then we'll put the solder in. Now it's dried. Well, this one is not fully dried, there is still some signs of glue being white, and the wood glue, as you may know, turns completely see-through when it's fully dried. But if I'm just careful enough, I should be able to unscrew the center pin, the center dowel, put the solder spools on, making sure they unspool from underneath, and screw it in. Now I need to thread the solder through the needles, which is easy enough. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. As far as this video, that's it, so thank you very much for watching. I hope I've inspired you to make one of those yourself. Really easy to build, really simple and handy thing to have on your bench. Thank you very much for watching, and subscribe for more random electronics related stuff. For the time being, take care.